Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, November 15th, 2025, and we are back with our college football best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results, or I guess last week in this case for college football. We had another winning week last week. 2-1 in college football. Absolutely love to see it. We're now 10-3 in our last 13 free plays to give you guys here in college football. Absolutely murdering it. To recap though, LSU plus 11.5. Nice win there. Easy dub. Not really. Honestly, wait. LSU is not an easy dub. That was tight as it could possibly get. I was thinking about Texas Tech, which was the next play, at minus 10.5, which was an easy dub, never a doubt. And then Missouri plus 7.5, which is a total and utter miss. Is what it is. And we got 3 plays for you guys here today on the channel for a beautiful college football Saturday. And if we go 3-0, I'm going to give away $100 cash or a week for members only. Someone who likes this video, comments or favorite play, subscribe to the channel. So make sure you do that right now. And I want to let you guys know, we have a full slate for our members today. And we have 6 more college football plays today for our members only best bets, including 3, just absolute hammer plays today. And all of our membership is 40% off using code ZDM40 at checkout. So you want full access to our plays, go check it out. Website is linked in the pinned comment below and go get yourself 40% off. But let's get into the plays that we actually have for today. So first play I'm rolling with is I'm going to start with a late game, like very late game. I'm going with TCU plus 3.5 versus BYU. First off, this is kind of gross, especially with BYU coming off a bounce back spot. They still have a very, very good opportunity to make it into the college football playoff if they were to win out and get into the Big 12 championship. But today, right now, the Sharps right now are heavy, and I mean heavy, on TCU today at plus 3.5. 22% of the bets, while 27% of the money is on TCU today. And I think the reason why the Sharps are on it and the public is just going to be absolutely smoked today, on this play anyway, is because TCU is a very underrated defense. Like when you think about TCU, think about high-flying offenses with just like crappy defenses. TCU's defense is actually pretty solid this year, and BYU just came off a really, really physical game against Texas Tech, and there could be a little bit of a hangover here after getting killed like they just got killed, where TCU's defense is going to play a little bit above its skill level, and the TCU defense is already pretty solid. And I like Bear Bachmeier. I think it's awesome that a quarterback wears number 47 in college football. I think it's badass. But the reality here, though, is that he's a freshman. And he's got a little bit of developing to do to become a really good quarterback. I think he's a solid quarterback right now. And TCU, I think, will be able to shut him down because if they can stop the run game, they're gonna have their way here. And TCU's offense, though, is still very, very strong. Hoover's a great quarterback. And I'm catching 3.5 points. I believe this is a field goal game one way or the other. This feels like a very, very close game to me. So give me TCU plus 3.5 versus BYU here in this game. Next, I'm going with Notre Dame minus 11.5 versus Pittsburgh. This is for the early game. Guys, this is a Vegas trap if I've ever seen one. And it's unbelievable how much of a trap Vegas is laying for the public. When you think about this, Vegas wants you to bet Pittsburgh so bad. They want you to bet it. And here's the thing, I understand, and the thing is, the reason why is because they're giving you 11.5 points, or in some cases, in certain books, 12.5 points to bet on a ranked team at home. And the fact that they're getting 11 or 12 points, depending on your book, at home, is insane to me. And the thing is, though, is that right now the Sharps are on Notre Dame, 45% of the bets, 55% of the money is on Notre Dame. But if you think about this year, if Notre Dame makes an extra point against Texas A&M, they probably win that game. And they were right in it with University of Miami. Now, in both those games, I had Miami plus 3.5 and Texas A&M plus 6.5. So it worked out good for me either way with that. But Notre Dame is a lot better than even their record says. And the other thing is that the one thing Notre Dame had a problem with early this season is their defense. And they don't have that issue. The defense looks incredible. Marcus Freeman has got this defense rolling. And offensively, they're a bit of a juggernaut. And if they just keep giving Jeremiah Love the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if Notre Dame puts up 40. And the other thing about Pittsburgh always has big wins, throughout the season, almost every single year. But Pittsburgh does most of their best work when they're coming in like not really on the radar. Like They're not ranked. They're not really seen as like a really threat for the ACC title, and they come out and they beat, and then they punch above their weight class. They don't have the element of surprise in this. They're not coming on the radar. They're very much on the radar. And the fact that Pat Narduzzi was like, listen, like we lose by 100, that's okay. I think he knows there's a massive talent gap here, and the fact that Vegas has Notre Dame as 11.5 or 12.5 point favorites on the road is wild to me. And listen, I've been doing this for a long time betting. I know how this works. They want you to, they desperately want you to bet Pittsburgh. I will not be betting Pittsburgh. I'll be betting Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame here minus 11.5 versus Pittsburgh here in this spot. And then I'm going with Texas plus 6.5 versus Georgia. I would say this is either the biggest game. This is the biggest game of the day. It's either this one or it's Oklahoma and Alabama. It's one of the two. But the sharps there on Texas in a major way. 33% of the bets, while 48% of the money is on Texas here in this spot. So I like being with the sharps here and aligned with Vegas. So I get both in this. And that's actually all three we have. We're aligned with the sharps and we're aligned with Vegas, which is nice. And listen, the reason that this is the case, the reason why the sharps are so heavy on this is because Texas's defense is elite at all three levels. They've got NFL guys all over the place. And this defense that Texas has is definitely the best defense that Georgia will play against all year. I mean, so far, I don't really see any defense that has even remotely come close to how good Texas is so far this year. And this Georgia offense is just, I mean, shaky at best. I mean, they're good. They're very good, don't get me wrong. But like against good teams, you see them sometimes stall, and that's a big deal. And Texas seems to have kind of worked out their offensive issues where, like, earlier this year, they were just abysmal offensively. Now they're a lot better. I'm not saying everything's 100% fixed, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was a month ago. And Arch Manning looks a lot more comfortable nowadays. And this is a complete role reversal. Last year, Texas looked like one of the best teams in the entire country, as they were. And Georgia was coming on the road to Texas, and they were, by the way, 5.5 point underdogs. And now, obviously, Texas is 6.5, but it's basically the exact same thing. We had Georgia last year in this game, and Georgia won by 1 billion. I could see this happening again. I don't think Texas wins by 16 points like Georgia did last year, but I do believe they're a live dog, and I think it's a 3-point game one way or the other. So give me Texas here plus 6.5 versus Georgia here in this game. Now, just so you guys know, we're going to have another best bet video out today for college basketball in the NHL, so definitely check that one out. It'll be out a little bit closer to like 11:30 noon, so just so you guys know there. And again, guys, we also, all of our membership is 40% off to get full access to our plays using code ZDM40 at checkout, so make sure you take full advantage of that. But a quick recap, we have TCU plus 3.5 versus BYU, Notre Dame minus 11.5 versus Pitt, Texas plus 6.5 versus Georgia. So guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.